Mighty Warriors, it's Alicia back again um, for a new message, one that the Lord has recently been putting on my heart, recently brought to my attention about myself, and I thought that maybe you guys might benefit from hearing about it. So it's going to be how love covers a multitude of sins. So last week we were talking about how God is refining us to be like his son. How his son covered the sins of the world in love, and how he wants us to do the same. And you know the prayer where it says, "Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us." This is what I'm talking about, okay? So the verse that I'm going to talk to you guys about today is First Peter chapter 4, verse 8. And it is, "And above all things, have fervent charity among yourselves, for charity shall cover the multitude of sins." English Standard Version says, "For love shall cover a multitude of sins." And don't we want Jesus to forgive us? Don't we want him to forgive the words that have come out of our mouths, our bad behavior, the things that we've done that we're not proud of? Yet, when we have people trespass against us, we want to get on the phone and we want to talk about it. We want to talk about them. We want to tell them, tell our friends. We want to tell everybody we know. And the Lord was really convicting me of this. And he had been convicting me of it before, because out of anger and frustration and just being exhausted sometimes with dealing with people, I was doing this. I was, venting and getting on the phone and venting. But he was telling me, "Alicia, your love should cover a multitude of sins, because we're not warring against flesh and blood." What does it say in Ephesians 6:12? Ephesians chapter 6 verse 12, it says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." So it's not the person, it's the spirit behind them. And sometimes the person can't control it. They don't know it. They don't understand it. All they know is they have these urges behind in their spirit that are making them, maybe be nasty or be mean or be hateful or just come after you. But we are all being refined. None of us are perfect. We all have come from someplace to get where we are. And so he was telling me and convicting me and telling me that in love, because I know where I was to where I've come to, that in love, because everybody is in a different stage of their walk, that my love for people as just children of God should cover those things, and that I should watch my mouth. Watch my mouth. So that is the message for today. I mean, we all know that, gossiping is a sin. But this is going a little bit beyond that, because, gossiping is one thing. Malicious gossip is one thing. But sometimes we really feel like we have a legitimate complaint. Sometimes we really feel wronged by someone. We really have been wronged by someone. And that doesn't mean to be a doormat, okay? It just means that we have to give them grace and continuous grace, because that's what he's doing for us. And in this walk, it's not easy, but he really is expecting us to conform to the image of his son. And the image of his son is a high bar, and no one is going to, we're never going to be perfect, but he wants us to correct it. When we do things and he corrects us, he wants us to fix it. He wants us to do better. And that's the key. Are we trying to do better? Are we making an effort to do better? Or are we still doing the same thing? Right? So that's the message for today. That love should cover a multitude of sins. That we should forgive those who trespass against us, because we want him to forgive our trespasses. And it's not easy. It's never going to be, a piece of cake. But we have to try, and we have to try because he put that in the word for a reason, and he doesn't mince words. Every single word in that Bible has meaning, and not just a little bit of meaning, depth of meaning. Every placement of every word and is all on purpose, and it's all to teach us, how to better walk with him, how to better, be on the lookout for snares, and that can be a snare. Life and death is in the power of the tongue, right? So I think that I'm going to go ahead and close it down with that. Until next time.